I'm creating a really fun Valentine's Day shaker card with this really pretty ombre technique using some distress inks. So to get started, I'm going to be using this Will You Be Mine mini stamp set along with its coordinating dies. This little wavy image here from Let It Snow. The stitch circles dies, I'm using both the large and small. And the large and small stitch rectangle stackable dies as well. So first I'm going to go ahead and take this Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock and I'm just going to adhere it using some Scotch Expressions masking tape. It's kind of like washi tape or post-it tape. It has a really low tack. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that like so that I have a little border around the entire piece of cardstock. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and take these mini ink colors in Spun Sugar and Picked Raspberry and just kind of spread them here on the slick surface that I have. It's the backing from a shipping label. You could also use wax paper, that works just as well, or a craft mat. So I have this little ceramic container full of water and I'm just going to go ahead and take this wide watercolor brush and I'm just going to give it a quick wash onto the Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock. Then I'm just going to mix those two colors together, and starting from the top going all the way to the bottom, I'm just going to go ahead and spread that ink mixture and kind of adding a little bit more at the top because I wanted to have this ombre look. Okay, now with the paper towel, I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of the extra ink that ran down from the bottom. I'm just going to add a little bit more water, because I do want it to be a lot lighter at the end on the bottom. Just going to go ahead and apply some more ink here. A little bit more water in the middle because I want it to be a little bit lighter. And this is the reason why I wanted to tape the cardstock to the clipboard so that I could just move it around. Just like so. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tip it a little bit more to get the ink blended, and then with the paper towel just going to pick up the extra ink at the bottom. Now for the blue ombre part, I'm going to be using this fluid watercolor paper block. It's a 6 by 8 inch pad, and the top and the bottom are adhered so that you don't have to do any taping, and you can put as much water on top of this block as you want and the paper won't warp, so it's really easy to use and I really enjoy using it. So I'm just going to be taking the color Tumbled Glass and Peacock Feathers and I'm just going to go ahead and blend those two together. First I'm just going to go ahead and add this water here. And I just want to create a little square here because I'm just going to be die cutting it out with a circle die. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to mix that ink together, and starting from the top going down towards the bottom, I'm just going to apply the ink and then just keep applying more ink towards the top and the middle. I'm just moving it from left to right and top to bottom just so that I could get that ink evenly blended. And then just dabbing some off from the bottom with a paper towel. And I think that looks really cool. I have it at this angle just so that you can see the color better. And this is what they both look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and set those aside to dry. And for now I'm just going to go ahead and take these little cute whale images and I'm just going to stamp those out in some gray Soft Granite Hero Arts shadow ink. So I'm just going to stamp that one here. and this one on the bottom. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take my Copic markers and do some quick coloring. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and color this one off camera. I'm going to color it the same exact way and then just die cut those out like so. I think those look really cute. Now for the shaker part, I'm using this fun foam here, and I'm taking the largest rectangles die from the small set. So this size is 5 inches by 3 3/4 of an inch. And I'm also going to take the largest die from the smaller stitch rectangle stackable set, and I'm just going to create that window here in the middle, just like that. Okay, now that I have all my pieces, I'm just going to start doing the die cutting and removing this here from the clipboard first. So I just want to do this really carefully because I've been known to rip my watercolor paper. So I'm just going to do this really slowly. And I love how using this masking tape leaves this really cool frame around the image. And I think that looks really pretty. So now I'm just going to go ahead and die cut the window onto this panel here, the ombre watercolored panel. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that. And I'm just removing some of the tack from the tape because I don't want it to rip. Okay, I think that looks great. And right here I just wanted to see exactly how it was going to look and whether I wanted more of the darker blue or a little bit of the lighter side, because I wanted it to kind of look like it was the water on the bottom and then lighter on the top for the sky. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take this little wavy hill image from Let It Snow, and I'm also using the Soft Pool Hero Arts Shadow ink, and I'm just going to stamp that right here kind of in the middle. I could have used the wavy stamp from Life is Good. It's kind of like the waves, but I wanted to use this one because it was a little bit softer, so I thought this would work. Now that I have these aligned, I'm just going to go ahead and adhere them using some liquid glue. Just kind of getting the alignment here. That's why I wanted to use the liquid glue, just so I have that wiggle room. Okay, now that that's dried, I'm just going to go ahead and take this little water image here, and I'm going to stamp this over both of the whales' heads. I'm using some soft granite Hero Arts Shadow ink. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and take the little heart image and I'm going to stamp that in bubble gum. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and take the really adorable sentiment and I'm just going to stamp that on the lower portion of this ombre panel. And I'm stamping that in some Versamark Black Onyx ink. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and start the assembly for the shaker card. So I'm just going to place some adhesive here onto the piece of foam, fun foam. And just in case, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue. And place this acetate sheet that I pre-cut right on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere this piece of fun foam to the back of the ombre panel. Just like that. Now I'm going to take some sequins. I'm planning on using 3 colors here. I'm going to be using the aquamarine, pretty pink posh sequins. I'm also going to be using some of this sparkling clear sequins and some of this metallic silver. I just want to check it to make sure I have enough. I kind of wanted to have enough sequins on the bottom so that it kind of mixes in with the ocean feel. I feel like I also kind of make my shaker cards a little bit backwards than everybody else, but that's just the way I like making it for some reason. I just like making them this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and place all the sequins right over that image. And then I'm going to place some adhesive here on this panel. And then just put that over top. So I'm just using a little bit of liquid glue and I'm placing it on the back of this shipping label here just in case because I don't want to get any glue on my work surface. Okay, now that that's all dried, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this onto a top folding A2 size card base. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back here using my tape runner, and then I'm just going to adhere that to the card base. Just like that. And that's the finished card. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think this would be a really cute card to give away to anybody for Valentine's Day. So thank you so much for watching.